What's up, guys? Joe Hotagua from Mass Momentum Marketing and Mass Momentum Coaching. I'm here with Jim Yaghi, the co-author of Pay-Per-Click Domination. He did this back in, what year was that?
Probably about 2 years ago.
Nice. And he's still doing pay-per-clicks to this day, and a lot of people have been kicked off, and not too many people have had success in being able to get back into the pay-per-click game. And Jim and his partner David have a new product out now, and that's
Pay-Per-Click Supremacy.
Pay-Per-Click Supremacy. And these guys have been able to find a way to generate leads through PPC. So I wanted to ask you basically about the evolution of pay-per-click and what you guys are doing now. Maybe a small nugget as to what you guys are doing now that's keeping you in the game without having to be kicked off or get the Google slap.
Okay, well, basically, when it comes to the marketing game, it's all about creativity.
Okay.
And the problem is people get so lost in imitating that there is no creativity anymore. And I think that the creative person is always the first person who comes up with the idea. And I think that Perry Marshall must have been the first guy to come up with the idea. And he comes from an old school of thought where, first of all, he's an engineer.
Okay.
And the guy is a very technical type of person who understands, has a very good grasp of that stuff. And I learned from him. He was one of, actually the main course that I took to learn about pay-per-click. So it was a great start. But the thing is that he, being the technical kind of guy he is, he took an angle on it that was a technical angle, and that gives him value as a person because his knowledge is now beyond the regular knowledge somebody might have by using the platform. He creates value in making it more complex, basically.
Right.
And you can do that often, especially service people can use that approach. But what happened is everybody then came out after Perry Marshall. With the product, they did the same thing. They followed the same. They got stuck in that little closet of let's make it more technical, and so they got really specific about everything and started to try to beat the machine.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong, nothing really wrong with that, except that there were a bunch of bad practices that people adopted back then. I was guilty of them. I taught them as well at the time because I also came from the same school of thought.
Right.
But with the evolution now of pay-per-click is basically going to be created by the pioneers who are able to survive after rule changes were made, after changes, the dice were thrown again, right? And so what's happened here is that there's been a shift that was forced, and these shifts happen. Everything has a lifespan.
Right.
This particular idea had a lifespan for a while. It just ran out, and the reason is that the government changed the rules. This particular time, that's what it was. The government changed the laws, made it more difficult for you to use testimonials. They cracked down a little bit more on internet marketers because a lot of business was going on online now and that sort of thing. And all these things impacted the practices that were going on before. And then there was nobody to stand up and innovate and say, all right, here's a new path to go on that doesn't involve that way. It avoids all those issues. So the new way, in my view, if it were me who was pioneering it, obviously I'm taking my shot at it, but if it were me, I would say let's make it simpler, let's make it easier, and get people to focus their time more on their business, on building the thing that they started the business for, which is building up a product base or services, or they want to service their people, their customers. Let them focus on that stuff. And let us turn on traffic just like a switch.
Right.
Make it easy.
Right.
So that's really been the new way, and that's just because it's my take on it. Anybody else who does end up being the pioneer is going to come up with something of their own. It may be something completely different.
And I remember at No Excuses you talked about how many leads you're generating per day. So I know you say that's just your view on it, but your view is generating a ton of leads. How many leads per day are you generating?
These days I've turned down a lot of traffic since the No Excuses Summit, so I don't want to say that I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
But around the No Excuses Summit, we had a promotion going on, so we wanted to get as much traffic to our offer as possible. We were doing around 2,500 leads, which were double confirmed opt-in, if that matters.
Wow. I think it does, right?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it would usually be, if you didn't do that, it would be a significantly higher number. So it was about 2,500 at its peak per day. It fluctuated obviously up and down. Yeah, it can be done. That's all we're saying.
Okay, nice. So, I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you had some things to go to, but guys, if you guys don't know anything about Jim Yaghi and what he's doing, him and his partner Dave Swim, you want to pick up the course PPC Supremacy. And where can they pick it up?
Actually, it's not open.
Oh, right, that's right. It was a launch and it's not live anymore.
Yeah.
It's not live anymore. Are you guys gonna open it back up to the public?
I'm sure we'll. But if you, you could check out our websites or just do a search on our names.
You guys will have an affiliate program at some point, right?
Possibly, yeah. We will definitely have one.
Well, if they do have an affiliate program, that will be at the end of this video, so that you can pick it up from there. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you guys all in the next video.